Hey guys, and today we got a 2021 NHL Top 10 mock draft. So this is actually my first time doing a mock draft. I'm probably going to be doing one next month with Seattle. But today we have Jack Eichel representing Buffalo, Ron Francis representing Seattle. I had to dig through my random cards pile to find this. John Gibson for the Ducks, Nico Hischier. And then this is just the card of the month up here. Then we have Zach Werenski for the Blue Jackets, Robbie Fabry for the Red Wings, Erik Karlsson for the Sharks, Anze Kopitar for the Kings, Brock Besser for the Canucks, and Brady Tkachuk for the Senators. So this is the draft pick order, and all the cards except the Ron Francis card are 2019-20 UD Series 2 base. And yeah, so first off, the Buffalo Sabres are going to take Owen Power because he's a lot of people are picking, in their mock drafts, are picking him to go number 1 overall, and Buffalo needs defensemen, but they could as easily take the player that I pick at number 2 because Jack Eichel is probably going to get traded and they're going to need a new centerman. So going to Seattle, they're going to take Matthew Beniers. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right. I'm not very good at player pronunciation that aren't NHL regulars, so I might mispronounce a player or two, but I think that's how it's pronounced. It will be great for Seattle to build their franchise around a young centerman, but if Buffalo doesn't take Power, then Seattle can't pass up on Power, but they're probably going to take Matthew Beniers. And then going to the Anaheim Ducks, they are going to be taking Dylan Guenther. And this isn't real. This is how I'm predicting it because they have decent defensemen right now. They have a great goalie, and their forward group is okay. They have prospects like Maxime Comtois, Trevor Zegras, but they were still last in scoring and power play percentage during the regular season, so they need some more offensive talent, and Dylan Guenther will bring that to the Ducks. And then going 4th overall to New Jersey, I could see them taking Brandt Clark, a defenseman, because they need defensive help. They have good forwards, but their defensemen aren't very good besides Subban, who's overpaid. Damon Severson is good, and Ty Smith, but they really don't have a lot of good defensemen, so I have them taking Luke Hughes. I'm not surprised if they take Brandt Clark, but come on, Luke Hughes playing with Jack Hughes, that'll be awesome for them. Hopefully Jack would get motivated by playing with his brother, and they would create a really good forward defense pair talent for the Devils. And now going to Columbus, I feel like Werenski and Jones are two all-star defensemen. They have okay depth defensemen, so they're gonna take William Eklund, who's a forward, because their forwards can score, but they really don't have that many well-known forwards besides Patrick Laine, who leads them in scoring. I usually, whenever I do trivia or stuff, or who leads their team in points, I forget about most of Columbus's forwards. So they need a good forward to bring more, just another forward to add that people actually know about and talk about, really. And now going 6th overall to the Detroit Red Wings, I'm going to have them take whoever New Jersey doesn't take. So if they take Luke Hughes, Detroit's going to take Brandt Clark, and if New Jersey takes Brandt Clark, then Detroit's going to take Luke Hughes. And Detroit has good forward prospects. They have Philip Zadina, who's an NHL regular now. And they have Joe Veleno, who's starting to play in the NHL now. And they have Lucas Raymond, the 4th overall pick in 2020. So they need some more defensemen. Moritz Seider's coming along pretty well. And if they keep Filip Hronek, then he's a decent second pair defenseman, or a good second pair defenseman. But he's not very good on the first pair. I'd say many more teams have a better defensive pair than Hronek and Seider, so they need more defensemen. So they're going to take whoever New Jersey doesn't take. If New Jersey takes a forward, then Detroit will take Brandt Clark, I think. But next up, going to the San Jose Sharks, I originally had them taking Jesper Wallstedt, and I wouldn't be surprised if they do because they don't have a good goalie tandem. It's probably arguably one of the worst in the league. Still, other teams have worse goalies, but so I'm not surprised if they take goalie Jesper Wallstedt, but I feel like number 7 is too high of a pick. He'll drop down a little bit more in my mock draft, but I'm not surprised that they take him. But I have them taking centerman Kent Johnson because San Jose has overpaid. Veteran good defenseman, and they have, I'd say, okay forwards. I mean, basically the players that you'll recognize from San Jose: Timo Meier, Logan Couture, Brent Burns, Erik Karlsson, Thomas Hertl. So, I mean, I feel like they need more good forwards. Hopefully they can get a good player to help their team. So now going to number 8 to the LA Kings, I'm going to have them take defenseman Simon Edvinsson. LA has one of the deepest prospect pools in their entire league, and they have an abundance of prospect forwards like Quinton Byfield and Alex Turcotte, and they have other decent players. I'm not counting Gabe Vilardi as a prospect because he's playing for the team really, but so they need some more good defensemen. Besides, like, Drew Doughty, they don't have any other well-known defensemen in the league, and taking Simon Edvinsson, who's projected in some mock drafts to go, like, in top 5 overall, would really help their team. And if another team above them takes them, then they should be able to grab another defenseman like Luke Hughes or Brant Clark if they fall that low. And now going number 9 to the Vancouver Canucks, I feel like they could take forward Mason McTavish, but like many other teams in the league, they have a pretty good core group of young forwards, and by many other teams, I mean like other poor teams who don't make the playoffs, or bad teams, I guess, right now. Like other teams that are rebuilding mostly start off with good forwards and then they get good defensemen, and Vancouver could take Mason McTavish, like I said, but I feel like they have just overpaid veteran defensemen. Besides Quinn Hughes, they don't have any other really good defensemen. They already have Colson, I think his name is, in Cole Lind to add to their really good group of forwards with Besser, Pedersen, Horvat, and JT Miller, and now they're going to take Carson Lambos. So now going number 10 to the Ottawa Senators, again, I wouldn't be surprised if they take a defenseman. Like if Vancouver doesn't take Carson Lambos or another good defenseman falls to them, then they should take him, but they're going to take Jesper Wallstedt because I just feel like they have a lot of goalies, but they don't have a really, really, really good goalie prospect, and by now most of the defensemen are, like, all the top defensemen are probably selected by now, but if a good defenseman falls to them because another team takes like Mason McTavish, then they should take him. And Ottawa could also take Mason McTavish. He's like a decent prospect, but I feel like their forward core is already good with Brady Tkachuk, Tim Stützle, Josh Norris, Jake Batherson, and their defense core is really good with Jacob Bernard Docker and what's his name? Jake Sanderson. So they're gonna have a really good team in a few years. So, but they also need a good goalie to do that. So yeah, guys, that concludes my 2021 NHL Top 10 mock draft. I didn't really want to go any deeper because it would be kind of wild, but I don't know. I feel like Chicago's going to take a defenseman. A lot of teams in this draft in the top end need defensemen, and that's why they're all going to go so quickly. Then there's going to be decent forwards available at around the 15 spot. the other teams can take. So yeah, guys, that concludes my video for today. Thanks for watching, and bye. Yee.